Can you smell what the flock is cooking? We back in here, Yac in here, Yac Wit The Maniac, in the famous words of Yac Reese. You already know where this thing goes. Victory! Yes! Oh man, it always feels great beating them Cowboys, yeah. You know, after these games, man, all them jokes go out the window, man. You got to give these teams their respect, man. They made it hard for us to eat, but we still ate, even though it was late. Sheesh. Yo, bro. Like, what's another word for heart attack? I was supposed to look it up before I hopped on here, man. But I am drained. The energy is just sapped. Like, what's going on with this flocking team? But we got to love them because we persevere in the face of adversity. And that seems to be the theme for this team during this season so far. Like, just time and time again. When it looks like we down and out, we show up and we show out. Let's flock and go. Got mine. I hope you got yours. Give you a second to get it. Click it, a ticket. Ding! Let's do this victory thing, man. Sheesh. These joints we last, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. These little cups we last until like the next day. Shh, don't tell nobody. I'm not a rookie. I do this. I'm true to this. I'm not new to this. But y'all, yeah, to victory, man. Woo! It's gonna definitely make Monday feel better. You heard me? We're gonna have, but yeah, cheers, y'all. Like I said, man, I hate that pause. Woo! Another W, man. We got so much to get into, but I'm gonna try and keep it quick. I'm gonna keep this nice and concise because that game definitely drained my energy. But you know, whatever y'all know, you know how I do around this time, about this time, at this time. I get in here, my energy turns up, bro. And now I'm flocking with the most energetic energy in the Eagleverse, man. Come on, let's flock and go. This game had me going like, yo, got my 28 push-ups in because you know the new ritual after touchdowns. We do our 7, 8, 7, yeah. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles win. Let's go. And then we in there, right? So we got 28 of those things in the day. Clap it up. We had a nice little workout. Nice little workout, man. I wish it would have been more. It seemed like we were headed that way from jump. But you know what? The defense showed up and showed out at times. So did ours. We came through late. Yo, BG, man. I don't know. Am I going to start from the front and then up in the back? Let's just go where it goes, man. BG, man. I said I need one of those BG games, one of those classic BG games. Of course, I said something hyperbolic like, yo, give me 4 sacks, you know what I mean? But he closed it out with 2 sacks, 1.5 really, regardless of what he got on that damn board, and he showed up, man. You could just hear it. You know you heard BG probably on the sideline like, hey, coach, I see something. They put me in. I don't know why I sound like Tyrone Biggums, but you know, I do this thing on the fly, my guy. Woo! Oh, man, y'all. Yo, what a flocking game. Yeah, y'all. Back to it, right? So we had him close it out. We had Blankenship show up late, closing it out. You know what I mean? Shutting the door at the goal line. What a great stop. I mean, would you look at it so like this, literally, this football stuff. And I believe they even talked about it during the game. Like, it's a game of inches, quite literally, dude. Like, just mere inches separated Ferguson, who had a hell of a game, man. I hate to say it, but like, dude, I'm going to start picking whatever tight end is going against our squad, dude, because these dudes are just going off. I mean, I knew it prior to this. I did it a few times, but you just feel icky. Like this fantasy stuff in this game, it's like, against your team. It feels crazy, right? And I had Dak on my, he probably put up crazy numbers. Yeah, he's on one of my fantasy teams. Yeah, I know. Whatever. I got Hurts on one of my teams, though, too. He put them numbers up for me. Not quite like I thought, you know. AJ got in there for another tud. His streak ended. You know, that looks great. We got, Devontae Smith getting in there. 2 games in a row. Smitty. Is Smitty trying to start a touchdown streak? I would love it. Let's flock and go. Right? We got that going. That's the good stuff. And we're going to come back to the good stuff. We're just going to touch on a few... I hope they're minding things. We had Kevin Byard out there doing his best impersonation of Derek Barnett while Derek Barnett was inactive today. I'm like, bro, what happened to the dude that we all heard about? He's such a smart defensive player. He has a football player's mind. Not football, but you know what I mean. Like, he just has a smart football mind. Like, he does the right things at the right times. And you see this dude wilding out, pushing somebody after. I'm like, yo, wait, what? You? Not you. I know not you. They told me that you was the smart one. couldn't compose himself. I didn't even see what happened. Probably something crazy. You know, it's usually what goes on. Guys, their emotions on 100,000 million. Like, it's easy for me to sit here and say, yeah, you know, calm down, dude. You got to be smart in these times. But I mean, bro. But then he showed up the next series. And not only that, they didn't score on that drive. That's the one when Blankenship stopped him. You know what I mean? When he got that penalty. So, you know, might have made it a little closer than it should be. But you know what? We stopped him anyway. We didn't give up any points. Perhaps, whatever. We ain't even gonna get into the what if and this, that, and the third. 20 hindsight is always 2020. You know, like if you didn't do that, then you know maybe we wouldn't have been backed up as far as getting out of the end of the end zone and didn't have to punt it back to him so close because they just came down. I mean, CeeDee Lamb was out there routing us up. I mean, Mike McCarthy, you got to give him credit. He was out there scheming us up. I seen one play. I was like, what the flock is Zach Cunningham doing covering CeeDee Lamb? But of course, they had CeeDee Lamb and they're moving this dude all over the place. They had him in the backfield, so the linebacker had to match up with the dude coming up. It was his responsibility. Wildness, craziness. I'm not sure if there was a completion on that play anyway. No, hell yeah, it was. What am I talking about? So, yeah, just wild stuff I seen. I'm on the offensive side. Like, what was Brian Johnson thinking? I'm starting to come to the flock. No pun intended, whatever. No play. I mean, it is what it is, man. Starting to go towards the flock. As far as people out here questioning what Brian Johnson is out here doing, I see a third and 8, 3rd and 7. We're trying to manage the clock. We're trying to take time off of the clock. And we're throwing on 3rd and 3. 3rd and 3. This is us. This is the Eagles, bro. Like, this is us. You run that ball and then brotherly shove on, and then we out of here. That is the 40 seconds that almost gave them the W at the end. Did we knock that 40 seconds off the clock? Even if we don't get say they stop us in the backfield, but the clock is still going. That's another 30 seconds off the clock. What are we doing? It's just wild. And, you know, Sirianni and Mr. Brian Johnson are going to have a long talk this week. I mean, initially I was mad and I was like, Nick, what are you doing? And then I heard that, you know, he was on the sideline flipping on Brian, not so much flip, but, you know, I didn't see it, so I don't know what happened. But I heard he was kind of upset with Brian Johnson. That's what I heard. I looked away for a second. I don't know what happened. So on one end, you like, you know, push it towards Brian Johnson. Like, what are you doing? What is your play calling skills? What is going on with you? And then I believe we did it again the next drive. Like, it's just weird, wild stuff going on when we're closing out games. Same thing that happened at the end of the Jets game. I believe something crazy happened. So, I mean, last week when we didn't stop. Instead of scoring the touchdown, just stop in the line and then we could clock this game out. Don't put anybody in, because I understand want to put up points and whatever, keep your foot on the neck, keep your foot on the pedal. But then sometimes these things come back and rear their ugly head in monstrous ways, like guys getting injured because they're out there exerting max effort when they shouldn't have to do this. We should be clocking the ball, taking victory from Philly formation, Eagle formation for the end of most of these games, dude. And we're just putting out, as a team that prides itself on not putting guys in harm's way, it seems to be late. As of late, this is what we do at the end of games. Something's got to change. They have to have a real long talk. I get it, keeping the pedal to the metal. You play to win the game. The only thing that defense does is prevent you from winning the game, things of that sort. I get it. But man, oh man, like, offensively, we have to focus more in on situational football, especially at the end of games. I just said the same thing damn twice. Yeah, it's got me spinning, y'all. But, you know, those are just a few. It was a great game. You know what? Let's get off the negative side. Let's get back into the good vibes, man. I hope this video finds you a good vibes, good times. If you're not there, I hope this helps you get there because we're about to go there. No, we going there. Oh, yeah. So we got that going. CMBG show up. Hassan Reddick. We got a few scares early in the game with Hassan Reddick and Fletcher Cox coming off the field. Like, whoa. Then we see Slay come off the field. Bradbury come off the field. Whoa. What's going on? Like, just great to see these guys come back in the game. I don't believe we saw Slay come back in the game. But 3 out of 4, I mean, we got a bye week coming up. Perfect timing in my opinion. At the end of the day, we got the W. That's all that matters. You know, that's what we say. That's all that matters all the time. While we may have some wants out here, the main thing that we need at the end of these games is W's, and it's beautiful. Seeing how tough Jalen Alexander the Great hurts is coming back on the field after it looked like it. Well, I don't know about you. I probably turned white, dogs. Like, all blood was probably fresh. Well, maybe not white. Maybe like a real pasty yellow. I don't know. Whatever the case may be, you could just feel all the drained blood from your body when you saw Jalen Hurts go down, man. Stomach in your throat. It was like, yo, bro, like just done, silent, straight indifference to the world and everything in it. At that point, like, yeah, so this is happening. So, yeah, it's a very scary moment for Jalen Hurts, but he comes back in, comes back out, shows up and shows out. I believe through two touchdowns after that. Let's fucking go. We looking good out here. The offense is looking good against a formidable defense, a formidable foe. And that defense, those guys was out there flying around, playing their damn game. No turnovers. That's a beautiful thing. So we cleaned that up against a very good defense, you know. Our defense left a lot to be desired, but I'm loving, regardless of whom or what, I'm loving Fly Desai and his schemes, whatever he does. He just seems to call the right things at the right times. Maybe not all the time, but at the right times and big plays, big times, man, he gets his guys to show up and show out, and we do the damn thing. I mean, it's watching Bradbury after it appeared that they were targeting him all game, and seeing him show up on that play, I believe the one that got us the ball back, fourth and I believe it was like a minute left, and fourth and 3, I believe it was. He stops him. He gets sticky with the guy, but then once again, you know, the very next we end up punting it back. Shocked that we couldn't run that clock out. That's wild to me. And then he gets the pass interference. Like we got to turn around. We got to keep eyes. We did such a great game. I believe one of these games. I recall actually a few years ago. Italian dude, I forget his name, defensive coordinator for the Cowboys. He used to have his defenders with their eyes on the quarterback, you know, still roaming their zones and all of that, but it seemed they worked that scheme to perfection, and they were getting turnovers all over the place last year. And I believe Desai implemented that eyes on, I forget what they call the exact formation, you know, one of them coaching dudes out there, they probably knows, ask Gate City, he probably knows what they call it, whatever the case may be. You're covering, and you got your eyes on the quarterback. I mean, they did at the end of the game, man. Watch this guy. Let's get a late pick, close this game out. The coverage was, I mean, oh, God. And we're just running into guys, like, wild. We cut the field in half, in essence, at that moment. And it goes from being what? They had 30 seconds, 40 seconds to make 85 yards. And we give up like 35 yards one play, man. The very next, like, it's just wild, man. So I said I was going to try to end this on a good note, man. But it was one of those wins where you wait. No, it's any win against the Cowboys. The Cowboys, let's give them their respect. Give it up for them. But I mean, nah, man, block that. What am I talking about? Like, it's a lot of dirty stuff. I mean, I know these two teams hate each other, man, but it just seemed like a lot of dirty stuff going on out there. Of course, it seemed like it was mostly from their end. Of course, I look at the world through eagle-colored glasses, so I'm seeing that side of it. And just, you know, Dallas got it. I wish he would have just dove for it because we know he's probably out a few weeks. Hopefully, it's a minor injury. I didn't see any reports on that yet, man. But the second I saw, like, you just saw the dude grabbing his arm, like, just like crazy. It looked crazy. I thought I was going to see a compound fracture, something, bones popping out of his skin the way it looked initially. Then I was hoping maybe it was just a stinger because off second look, it didn't seem as bad. But Dallas got it. You know, he runs so violent. He's trying to destroy people once he gets that ball. And, you know, sometimes when you're putting yourself out there like that, you lend yourself to situations like that. Disheartening, but that was a big play at a big time. Something about him and Jalen Hurts, like, just sometimes the way Jalen Hurts dots this guy is ridiculous. Throwing him the balls in the tightest of windows, seeing Dallas got it early in the game on a 4th and 2, I believe it was, just tiptoeing, giving the toe drag swag, 2 feet in on the sideline, boom, catching it, putting it in the perfect place where only he could get it. Beautiful balls, pause to Dallas got it, man. And I hope he gets back quick. Hopefully it's nothing. Hopefully he's not even out. I don't know. We know he left the game. And I thought we were going to see a little bit of that dude, you know. Though he was going to go out there, do some work. I saw one play would have been perfect. Like when we were up against the goal line, if we were going to pass, I thought a TE screen would have been dope. They ended up throwing the TE screen. No, they ended up throwing the screen to Smitty. I mean, you know, I can't say, those screens, those jet sweeps, whatever you call them, man, just, they drive me crazy. But I heard Avant and I believe Quentin Michaels say that, you know, they're dialing them up at the right times. If these guys would block properly, like, you really got to commit to this thing. Like, we know Jason Avant was an amazing blocker, but that's just go. Let's stay here. Let's stay focused. But I mean, you know, if you go out there with that mentality, everything is a mentality, man. We're supposed to go out there and rough these guys up. We're supposed to bring the intensity. We're supposed to bring the grime and the grit. We're the tougher team. We're the more gritty team, you know? But they showed up. They got gritty right along with us today. They got dirty in this. So, you know, but we got dirtier late. Yeah. And I loved it, man. Just closing out the game. Well, not necessarily closing out the game, but, you know, leaving a stamp on it, making it veer more to our end a bit more than it had previously, at least defensively. Just closing that out with those sacks, man, was a beautiful thing to behold. I love that. Blankenship showing up, stopping them. I mean, stopping them at the 5 damn yard line. I was like, just way too close for me. But a win is a win is a win. And this is a win times 2 because we beat a division rival. We go up 2 games on these guys. It's 2 games on these guys. In essence, really 2.5 because right now as it stands, we hold the tiebreaker. Oh, yeah, and plus we play more games than them. And I mean, could you imagine if they're so down off of this game and they're so overlooking the wee men next week, they come out and they start these guys up. I never wanted anything more from you dudes. Come on, Giants. You could do it. Let's give them a little pre-respect. It's crazy, man. The game started. Kenny G with the sweet feet music, the way he dove in there over the that's crazy. We got a quick sighting of Rashad Penny. He seemed to have a few good runs. We did put the ball on the floor twice. I mean, I don't know what was going on with AJ and Swift running across. That was wild, but I guess these things happen. I believe it was a similar play that we ran when we scored with AJ on the touchdown. So, we was trying to catch him off guard with that. Then hit him with, I believe, what that's called, the trap or the counter, whatever. Boom, boom, boom. Get up, get out, sneak out the back door. First down, but, didn't go down like that. Things happen in these games. Tyler Steen, big Tyler Steen out here doing work. I just love, man. I'm just going to leave you with this. Is there anything else to give you? What a great game. Great play. Jalen Hurts out there doing his thing, dotting. Run game, left a bit to be desired, but it's a formidable foe. Once again, like I said, just a great game, man. Great W. W's is what we about over here, man. You gotta bring that into Kevin Byard's head, man. It's like, AJ told you this, bro. We don't do stuff like that over here. Unless you're Derek Barnett. See, I'm flocking up. I'm joining the flock. Derek Barnett is my guy. Y'all know that, but it is what it is, what it is, what it is. I can't believe he was inactive today. That was crazy. But yeah, but then he showed up, man, with that big hit. Kevin Byard and Zach Cunningham, I believe it was on Pollard or was it on that Dowdle kid? I don't know, man. They came up, boom, blew it up. They tried to catch us sleeping on the screen, bro. And I'm just, sometimes you're just looking for one guy to come up. 2 guys came up, blew that thing up, man. I love the football IQ, at least on that play, man. And when we start sharpening things up, we got the bye week to get better. We're going up against this maniacal, crazy, freak genius Andy Reid in 2 weeks. Him coming off a bye, we already know we had him in our fold for quite some time. And him after that bye week, he's quite a force to be reckoned with. But you know what? Nixon Sirianni, he got a few things up his sleeve too. At least I hope so, man. Yeah, and we got a better defensive coordinator. Yeah, it's still to be determined. But I'm liking what I see so far, man. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to leave you with this. Just fucking Smitty, man. He is just coming into this leadership role so heavy, so hard. He's really about this leadership life, man. And I'm loving it. He's on the sideline. You see right before the halftime. You see when he goes down, when after Jalen Hurts goes down, he calls off the field, then he comes back on, close it out. Boom, we just going to clock this thing and come back to fight another half. You know what I'm saying? And then you see as they were going to the sideline after we punt, just Smitty going crazy on the team. I wasn't after the punt. I believe as we were walking off towards the locker rooms at halftime, he's just going off. You hear him going crazy. I imagine what his message was. Like, you guys got to block for our guy. Like, what are we doing right now? Like, we got the best damn O-line in the league, man. Short this thing up, man. Protect this man. You kidding me? He's out here giving his blood, sweat, and tears, legs, arms, whatever you want for this damn game, man. Y'all give it back to him, man. And I'm pretty sure they are. But it's, it's just the thing. Just the way it gets in these moments like this. And so Smitty was on fire. And then just in the blink of an eye, come second half, big defensive play. He's out there pumping everybody up, going crazy. Smitty, man. Smitty, yeah, I'm giving him the game ball, bro. Yeah, I don't know if y'all know. It's the second jersey of the day, man. It's the second week in a row I had to do this, man. I had to switch up jerseys I didn't even wait till halftime this time. I think I switched up midway through the first quarter, maybe second quarter. I don't know. It's like, all right, yeah. This one doesn't seem to work. I had to come out here, pop on the AJ. And then, of course, yeah, Smitty, man. Give it up to Smitty, man. But you know how I like to do around this time, about this time, at this time, man. Till the next time, make it your best time. In the meantime, between time, keep it a green time, an eagle green time, a killer green time, a color green time, whatever green time we on, but as long as your green ain't light. You hear me? Let's go. Let's get it up. And you also know what else we like to do around this time, about this time. It's always Eagles and cock around here. Open your eagle eye, poke your beak in. Screech and go crazy. You already know how this thing go, man. We got questions. We got questions for you, NFL. You know what? I'll forgive you for that. I got questions for you, NFC and the NFC East. There's no forgiveness over there. But there's answers also. We answered the bell when it came to those Cowboys. You know what it is. What you gonna do when Eagle Mania swoops down and runs wild on you? Because you know, the Cowboys, they gonna lose. Woo! And you know we're gonna have Skip Bayless going crazy tomorrow, man. And you know what I say to that? He's gonna be making all kinds of excuses. You know what I say to that? Skip the BS, bro. It's a W, whichever way you cut it. Shut the fuck up. Say it with me one time, y'all. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles. Let's fucking go. Yeah.